welcome to a new video. So I'm Simone and my channel is all about lifestyle, planners, organization, and all the other things that I like to do. And this today I got a new planner or a new set of inserts for my daily grind planner that I use for work, and so I wanted to show you what I got, and I think I will also include the setup of the planner as well. But first I'd like to go through to unbox it because I just collected the package and I want to open it on camera. So I use the daily grind planner for work related things. They gave me a really big box for very few things, which so it came with all this wrapping just to protect everything. Right, so I use the daily grind planner for work, and I've been using the full size planner so far, and they have also a travel size planner, and I wasn't really interested before in trying it out, but I realized that sometimes the full size planner, especially when I am out and about when I'm out and about, I prefer like a smaller book. And so sometimes I would take like a smaller notebook with me because the planner sometimes it's kind of big to take around. And so I wanted to test out the travel size to see how portable it is, if it's much better to take around than the full size, and also to see if it would be something that I would replace the full size planner with or use it interchangeably. So that's the backstory of this. I bought the system and the cover as well because with the daily grind they come with covers and then the inserts. So this was a collection that released, I think it was it may have been I think it's the year before actually. So it's been around for a while. So this is the insert for the planner. So it's a daily planner. And everything is the same thing basically as the full size, except it's condensed. So it's similar in a lot of ways, but also different in a lot of ways as well. So with my work, I try to keep things as tight, concise, to the point as possible. And so I didn't think that, downsizing in this way would make much of a difference, because sometimes I don't use the entire page as well. So I just wanted to try it out to see if I like it better and if this would be like a more efficient way for me to use the same system. So I'll when I set it up and stuff, I'll give you all a better look at what it looks like as well. So this is the planning system. So this is 4 months worth of planning. 4 months of daily planning. Then they have their dividers as well. So dividers for the planner, and they match them. And I think this was like the adventure collection. So the dividers always smell nice. I'm not sure why they smell nice. One of the Halloween collections I got at some point, it smelled just like this. Yeah, so they have the dividers, so they match the cover, which I'll show you last. So discover your true self in new horizons. Savor the surprises of life's adventures. Uncover the allure of unexpected paths. And cherish unforgettable experiences over possessions. Yeah, so very summer themed. Yeah, so this is definitely a summery themed, and that's one of the reasons why I got this one. And then we also have labels. They're in white, so you're not gonna see it clearly. So they're in white, which would show up on these dividers as well. So anything you want to anything you want to label in the planner, you have it here. Basically the months, what else they have: motivation, schedule, journal, AM routine, PM routine, family, to-do list, notes, all of the things. And we have these are the discs for the planner, because it's a disc bound planner. So they're pink. Give you an idea of what the cover would look like. And then we have the planner itself, which is this. I just like this pattern, it's so nice. So this is basically like a Italian summer with a Vespa. The back, very nice, very summer themed. And I guess if you're traveling and you want to be able to have your planner, this is definitely a smaller option. So it's the same length, but it's half the size and width of the full-size planner. So I'll show you when I do my setup. So this is what it looks like, the front and the back again. And then these planner, the covers are interchangeable, and so this can be the front. Travel has a way of healing the soul, and then this can be the back. Yeah, so really pretty. So I'm gonna take a picture and share it in the group, in the Facebook Daily Grind group, just to show everybody that I got my package and I'm setting up. We have a challenge for the month in terms of sharing a planner and stuff on the group, so I'll try to join in. Yeah, so I really like this, and there's some foiling on the cover as well in the front parts. This is really nice. Excited to use it. So it's much later. It's actually about 8:30. 8:31 to be exact. And I'm gonna set up as much as I can, and then maybe I'll continue this tomorrow. But I'm just gonna put all the things into the planner and see what I'm in the mood to do tonight, and then as I said, I will continue tomorrow. But usually with the Daily Grind planner, I don't put all the months, I don't put everything into the planner. I just do it 1 month at a time. So that is what I'm going to do. So take out 1 month for the setup section. So this is definitely, in terms of size, a lot smaller than what I'm accustomed to, but I'm going to see how it looks out. So let me take out 1 month of planning pages. Let me see. Maybe 1 month ends. So this is a month. So a month, it's not a lot. So what I do is just put this back into the packaging, and then at the beginning of the next month I just take things out and do the same thing again. I do 1 month at a time, mainly because I want to limit the bulkiness of the planner, so that helps me to do that. I was thinking of buying blank pages as well, but I just decided not to, just to see how things go. Maybe I'll buy the blank pages. I said I would, any notes and stuff I have, I will just continue to write it into the 2 notebooks I already have, which is this smaller one that I take around, which is easier to take around, and then this other one that I usually write. I already started writing notes on blank pages that I had, so I said I will just continue writing notes there instead of just having notes, all over the place, and then I can't find where exactly which book I put it in and all of that. So I decided I would kind of just use this when I was buying, and what I was thinking, just use it for the daily planning rather than making it too much and putting my notes. Especially when I have my notes, I could reference max 2 places rather than having to look through, 5 different books for, where I put the notes on whatever topic. So that was my thought process for not buying the extra notes pages, just so that I don't confuse the whole situation. But given that, maybe I didn't have to get the dividers, because if I'm just using it for one purpose. But the dividers were cute, and they were coming in a package basically, so I said why not. So this is it. So this is very easy to take around, very slim, not too much. I wonder if I could put 2 months at a time. It doesn't matter, because it's not like I use it in 2 months anyway. So let me just put the labels just because. So this is for the month of May, so I will put May. You look for May. I'm saying May, but let me just use this one. That doesn't show up too. It isn't showing up very well. Yeah, the white background. Well, we're still not gonna see it on camera, and in real life, it's not really showing up well. But I think they rectified that, because now they're using like foiled fonts for the labels, so that it would show up regardless of the color of the dividers. But I feel like they could have used black for this rather than white. Black would have made a bit, allowed to actually see what is happening. So that is it basically. That's the setup. I mean, in terms of the physical planner, and then I can do the actual setup of the month and the next 4 months now. So I'm gonna put this aside. So I have these from the Shine Sticker Studio, these late month labels. What do they call them? I guess labels. Where is it? Yes, here it is. Because the white, not seeing the white at all, I'm gonna use this for it. And these are reusable, so they're easy to, so I'll use this. This will show up well. Wish I could see. You could see. Let me make sure that you could see here. Yeah, so basically this is the May label. So and it shows up a little more. So I'll put on a movie or maybe some YouTube, and I'll start to set up my stuff for me and for the next 4 months. And this is my work planner, the Daily Grind planner. Okay, so it's the next day, and we have a lot better lighting. And this is the Daily Grind Planner. So I did my initial setup, and I just want to show you all that. I'll continue to do the setup for the week because I'm already like 1 week into the month, and so I'm kind of late because I got this only yesterday, and yesterday was the 8th of May. So I missed a month of using the week of using the planner, but I'll just jump into the second week, which is fine. But let me just show you what I set up for the month so far. So this is the first tab, and I just labeled it May as I showed. It will be a little clearer now. So this is the label from Shine Sticker Studio, and I did my full life assessment, filled in all the categories, what I rated now. Then I put there's a section for all your goals for each category as well, and then how you would celebrate, how to make it happen, all of the things. And then here I decided that I wanted to track the sales calls, because this is a work planner, right, all related to my work, my wellness practice, and then also the clinical things that I do, activities I do as well. So one of the things I want to track is the sales calls that I have per month, and so I will be doing it here. There's only 4 months, so and they have space for up to 12 months, you know, which is the entire year, but I'll only use 4 months. So I mean, I guess I could decide if I want to relabel this and use it in some other way, but I haven't thought about what I could use it for yet. Then I have my top 10 goals for my top 10 categories for May. And then I have basically, this is like a brainstorm page that you can use to brainstorm all of the things that are happening for the month. And so I label each section that, and I'll fill it in later. Then this is for May, so my top 10 goals, and then they have a game plan which includes your focus, what you're releasing, you're most excited for, you know, a whole bunch of things to kind of reflect on the month before you start to do anything. And then we have this calendar and also a breakdown of each day so that you can put important dates, and I already filled in some of the things. Yeah, so this begins the first week. I didn't fill out this one because I didn't have it for the first week. So I labeled, I'm using the dividers as basically bookmarks. So the week coming up will be May 11th to May 17th. And so I put this week in this section so that I could refer to it easily as well. So I figured, even though I don't have different sections in terms of notes and all of that in this planner, I could use these as bookmarks for each section so it's easy to find. So I have it for this week so I could refer to this. So this is a page that they have at the beginning of every week so that you can kind of put things at a glance. And then I put on then another divider where the day is, so I label it today. If you can see that the label is white, so it's not really showing up really clearly. So I put this one today, so I put it on what would be Monday coming up, and then I'll just move it depending on what day it is, and then I continue until the end of the month. So this is the end of the month where you do your assessment and everything, and I'll fill that in once we get to the end of May. And I have this extra divider. I'll see where I can use that, you know, as I use the planner. I'll see where it could be useful, or if I just leave it as is. So that's it. It's very simple. One of the things I want to do with this planner is to kind of see how using it, how the portability is, seeing as it's, you know, it's very slim. It should be good. The size, how easy it is to take around, because that was one of the things I wanted to experiment with it compared to the bigger size. So this is the bigger size, the full size Daily Grind Planner, and this is the half size. So you see it's the same length, but it's half, you know, half the size of it. So this can be a lot to take around with you in your handbag and that kind of thing. So I wanted to see how this works. So I'm excited to see how I use it for the next 4 months until August, and we have a very summery cover to work with. So we'll see. If you all have any questions, leave them in the comments as well, and I will see you for the next video. So thanks for watching. Bye.